Hey dear, let's look into the question for this video. So this is our input table and this is the output that we expect. So in the input table, we have user ID and then we have the monthly price, quarterly price and annual price. What it means is that the user has opted for the subscription, either monthly, quarterly or annually. That's what we do usually. Either we go for the monthly subscription or we go for the quarterly or maybe half yearly or annually. So here also we have the similar kind of thing. We have the user IDs, then we have the rate as per the monthly, quarterly or annual subscription. Now what we have to do is we have to find the final cost. How we have to find the final cost? So if the user has gone for the monthly subscription, so we simply have to multiply it by 12 in order to get the final cost. If the user has gone for the annual subscription, then this is going to be the same, because here we are trying to find the annual total cost. Okay, in case of user 3 also, it's an annual subscription, so it's going to be the same. Now, in case of the fourth user, all the values are null. It means so the user with the ID fourth has not opted for any subscription. So here I want to show 0 because there is no cost involved, as simple as that. So instead of null, I want to show 0. Okay, for the fifth user, if you see, fifth user has opted for quarterly subscription. So here we are simply multiplying it by 4. That gives us the number 120. Now it's a very easy question if you know about the Colles function. And if you do not know about the Colles function, this question may be head scratching. So let's quickly look into the Colles function. So Colles function is a standard SQL function. It returns the first non-null value from the list of expression. So this is the syntax of the Colles function. You can see Colles, and then here we can pass n number of expression. So what it is going to do is it is going to check for the first non-null value and it is going to return that. So it will return the first one that is not null. So in our case, so here we have the Colles function, as you can see, and in the Colles function we have passed multiple expressions. So it is going to check for the first non-null. So as soon as it finds the non-null, it is not going to check the further expressions. What I mean to say is, let's say for a user, the monthly price is 10 and rest of the prices are null. So it is going to check for the first expression, non-null expression. Now, if it finds that, okay, this is 10, it is going to calculate it, that is into 12. So if this expression is not null, it is going to return this expression. It is not going to check the further expressions, as simple as that. Okay, let's say for the user, this expression comes out to be null. So it is going to move to the next expression. Now let's say this also is null. So it's going to move to the next expression. And let's say this is not null. So in this case, when these are nulls and this is the first not null value, so it is going to simply return this value, annual price. Okay. Now let's say all of these three are null. Okay, this. So all the three expressions are null. So I want it to have or it to return 0 as a total cost. So here you can give the default value for your column. It's a very easy one, but you should definitely know the use of Colles function. So I'll quickly show you the code. You can see that I have created the table and I have inserted the data into the table. I'm going to provide you this code in the description of the video. Here, if you see, it's a very simple query. I'm selecting all the columns of my original table because that's what the output is expected. And then for the final cost, I'm using the Colles function. And I have all the expression inside the Colles function. So whenever it finds the first non-null value, it is going to return that. So for user 1, the monthly price is 10. So it will check for the first non-null value. So this is going to be the first non-null value. So this is what it is going to return. That is monthly price into 12. Now in case of user 2, the first non-null is 100. So it is going to return 100. Okay, the rest of the values are null. So this is null. So it will check for the another value, another expression. Now this is also null. Quarterly price is also null. So it will check for another expression. Now in case of user 2, this is not null. So it is going to return this one. Now, in case of fourth user, all of these are null. So it is going to simply return the default value. So it's very simple, as you can see. I hope the functioning of the coalesce function is clear. Thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next one.